Good morning, guys. Look at that. We have a sunrise. It was an hour ago, but the UV levels are safe, and I've been doing a bit of sun gazing, and the time is 8:53 and it's Monday. Oh, hoik my bag on my shoulder. And we're doing a bit of barefoot walking. And this is Canley Ford. Look at the sunlight on the leaves. It's magical, isn't it? Here's Honey doing some mountain climbing. Well, actually doing what she would do naturally, I suppose, if she was in the wild, running around, exploring everything, sniffing everything. And I've been here with Alfie, my grandson, looking for all kinds of mythical creatures. Well, they're not even mythical, they're from his own imagination, which is wonderful. It's a very stony pathway with a covering of mud, and this once used to be a road, and it cut through two of the major roads in Coventry, the arterial roads, which is the Kenilworth Road and the A45 main Birmingham Road. And it's this wedge of paradise just stuck in the middle. So this used to be a connecting road. Now you can't drive down it. Hello. It's having a little dance. Look at the tree roots. They are just amazing. It's not as cold as yesterday underfoot. It's still cold. I've got a hat on. And here we go. You can hear the traffic now as we're getting very, very close to the other road. Can you see it down there? And over there's the sun, and look at that. What a perfect seat as well. Anyway, here I am. I'm wearing a hat today, and this is just an amazing little place. So I thought I'd show it to you. When you're walking on gravel, always do, or when you're barefoot walking at all, but on gravel, make sure you put the ball of your foot down first. Here we are, look at this. Isn't it just beautiful? Look. There. Oh, I wouldn't mind going for a paddle in that, actually. I wonder how far I'd be able to get. And the water is beautifully clear. It's going to be a case of roll up the old trouser legs. Oh, we'll have to see. There's a lot of reasons I closed my other channel, the Rawgasmic 8 billion. I suppose it had a lot to do with Sue dying. Hello, son. Sue had dreams. She was in her early 40s, no children, and she'd been with my son for 12 years, I think. And they had dreams. And it was almost as if she was taking those last breaths. Well, it went on for days, guys. It's the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. But she had dreams, and her major dream was to go to New York, as she'd never been. And I thought for so long after she had died about my dreams. Did I actually still have any dreams? Wow, you're a magnificent tree. Just look at the bark on that. Now you see, I could walk across there and we could go and touch it, but I'm going to go this way. I might do that after I've put the camera down and deposit it somewhere safely. And I started to think about, did I actually have any dreams? If a genie suddenly appeared and said, your 3 dreams, what are they? And I will remove all blocks and barriers and make it as easy as possible for you to achieve it. Would I actually know what those dreams were? And were they actually our dreams? Or were they implanted there? And it got me thinking about dreams I had. I started to try and remember back to my earliest of years. And strangely, the first time I can ever remember thinking, oh, I want to do that, was when I was at nursery school in Liverpool. I was 4 years old. And, come on girls! I was 4 years old, and that way just takes you to the road. And there was a Clippies, or bus conductress, ticket machine. And I loved this ticket machine. You know, the sound it made and the fact that you could rip off a ticket and give it to people. I don't know if that was kind of an authority thing or what. I started to think about this, and the Clippies, or the conductresses who were on the buses. Good morning. They were always rather glamorous. Not like, say, your mum and your neighbours, who, bless their hearts, had no machines like we have today. Washing was all done by hand. Cooking was all done from scratch. Children were looked after by the family. Well, in sort of the neighbourhoods I lived in. There were always jobs to be done. And once the day's work was over, it would be a case of sit down as a family and tell stories or share food, or the new thing, which was television. But these Clippies looked like the women that I used to see on the television. Very Doris Day-ish. Always with red lipstick on and lovely red nails and fingerless gloves. And their uniform would be nipped in at the waist, and they all must have had 18-inch waists. And their little trousers had a tiny kick pleat at the side. And then they would have, strapped across their chest, crossing over, would be a money bag and the ticket machine. And I can remember just looking and thinking, I want to be a Clippy when I grow up. So I suppose that was my earliest dream. I never did it. And now they don't have Clippies anymore, everything's automatic. Then I wanted to become a nun. And I think that's because during those really formative years, religion was being shoved down my throat left, right and centre. Jesus was my best friend, and nuns were like the opposite of the Clippy. They were shunning the material world, and all that could be seen of them was their angelic faces. I fell in love with so many angelic faces. One, I suppose, that struck me most, Audrey Hepburn. Wow, she was just angelic. I never became a nun because I was the wrong religion. So, my dogs are making friends. How lovely. Hello. Hello. Thank you. And after the slam down to earth that you couldn't be one of these incredible beings unless you changed to a different religion, well, that kind of stifled that dream. And from there it became animals. I just wanted to work with animals. I wanted to have a sanctuary where every poor, broken, hurt and abused being would come and find love and warmth, friendship and value. I would value them all, from the tiniest mouse to the tallest giraffe, because I was sure that people like the Queen must have pet giraffes. Yes. I wanted to ride horses. That was my dream. And every morning I would wake up before my paper round and I would go over to the local stables and muck out the horses just to be near their smell. And the smell of horses still, I don't know, there's something about it. And their nuzzles and muzzles. You just, the warm breath that would come out and the floppy lips on the palm of your hand. Oh, so delightful. Yes. I would go over the stables, muck out the horses, and I realised I could actually, they were a bit like our dog, Beauty. You could tell them anything, and all of your troubles and woes, and you never heard it back from anybody else, not even another horse. Hear the birds. Yes. And my dreams now, I don't know what they are. And I don't even know if the dreams I had were my own or created by subliminal messages, media, hype, and roles and expectations. I have no idea. Hello. It's so beautiful here, isn't it? I know I always wanted to travel, but I didn't actually want to do the old air hostess or anything like that. No, I wanted to backpack. I wanted to take my dogs or animals with me. Honey, come on, Ebby. This way. Someone coming with a dog on a lead, so I need to move. Oh, mud, 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 mud. Mud, 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 mud. Come on, Ebs, this way. I just remember just looking at Sue and just thinking, please just let her have her dream. Come on, you two. Honey, Ebby, come on. Please just let her have her dream. And thinking how awful it must be to die and not have achieved that which you dreamt of achieving. The thing is with dreams, they're in a future place. They're not right now. They're not in the now. And you miss the very dream that is in front of your eyes right now. And you don't go searching or seeking anything else because you have that dream. You are going to be. You are going to see. You are going to meet. You are going. And I guess the thing is that the dream is here. It's in front of you. If we keep focusing on a future point in time, a point that may never ever come, we're always chasing after something instead of standing still and just listening, feeling, experiencing. Because the now can never be good enough if you're always chasing something in the future. And is it wrong to have a dream? Well, no, it isn't. I mean, I know a little boy who maybe has a dream of being a great saxophonist, maybe coming over to England and playing at the Albert Hall with his magical saxophone. And that's okay. But to get there, he has to live the dream right now of playing the notes, hearing the sound, experiencing, feeling, hearing. And playing the saxophone is no easy feat, let me tell you, because I used to play the saxophone. And your breathing has to be just right. Your fingers need to be nimble. You need to be aware of every single finger and every single key. You have to understand, if you're learning to read music, the very basics. What's a crotchet, or a quaver, or a minim? What are these things? What's a stave? What sound does that cymbal make? Yes, it's in the now. Because if that young boy doesn't put his effort into this moment, then he'll always be chasing something. And maybe in the future he will think, gosh, I've been chasing this dream for years and I've never achieved it. Whereas in being in the now and actually experiencing what it takes to become the great saxophonist will actually lead him right to it. No chasing required. Oh well, it's time for me to go. I think I'm going to go and have a paddle, but I want the other dog walkers to go. Such a beautiful place. And you see, the thing is, if I were to have a dream, it would be that Earth was restored as paradise. And I suppose right now I am experiencing it, not at the Albert Hall level, maybe at the village fete level, but I am experiencing my dream right now. Hey ho, guys. And the holly leaves are all saying, whoopee, I'm part of her dream. Whoa. And the pigeon says, I need to do a flyby. Well, that isn't actually a pigeon. What is that? I think that was some kind of a hawk. How miraculous. Oh, whoa, whoa, did you see that? See, it's all happening. And maybe I need to get used to paradise in small doses. My goodness, I wouldn't be able to walk far if it was all full of birds and animals and deer and... Do you see what I mean? Anyway, time for me to go. So, from Honey and Ebby, wherever Honey is, oh, here she comes down the path. Hey, hey, Honey. And a million little birds that are darting around that I hope you can see. There's one, see? There's another, there's another, there's another. Look. Oh. Magical. They all came to just show you what paradise can be like. So, time to go. Keep looking up, guys. It's the only way to look. And remember to enjoy life, live it. Because that is exactly why you're here. So from the swaying trees, a million birds, and muddy toes. Oh, oh, it's goodbye. Keep looking at that sun, guys. Check your UV levels. Bye.